level is edge guarding. I think they're both extremely good edge guarders, but they go about it in very different ways. At least one.
Yeah. How would you say they're different? Like,
I mean, as we saw, I think Pipsqueak more so, at least in the rig set, let's say, I saw a lot of giving ledge for free, where Pipsqueak sort of went for, I'm going to cover everything except for one option. And Ice, if there's one thing he's known for example, it's Armada Shining. He's so consistent with those, and he likes going off deep. He's very confident as well about his edge guards. Where, I mean, so is Pipsqueak, but more so on like a basis that he knows what works and what doesn't. Whereas Ice is always, he likes to go for things that are a bit more risky, but with such a confidence that he usually tends to hit them. So, right there we see, no doubt in his mind that Raoul was going to make it on stage. And therefore he just confidently went for the reverse get-up attack. And that Nair is also trademark Ice. Right there. Haven't seen that a single time from Pipsqueak in his set, and Ice loves doing that because it always leads to, you know, like a jab, an F tilt, or maybe then like a shine spike if the opponent is not very prepared for it.
mm-hmm.
But there, Raoul actually hitting Ice with a very solid Armada Shine. That's going to be interesting to see because so far we've actually seen Raoul in the corner most of the time so far, but the times that he has managed to have center, he actually did convert and managed to kill Ice, but Ice pulling away with one stock so far in the very first game. God, and look at Ice just waiting under the side plat for Raoul to do his little dance and then say, I'm still here waiting, holding center. You can dance on the top, on the side plats wherever you want.
I just love Ice's ability to be at the right place at the right time in this matchup. Like he has a very good feel for where his opponent wants to go and wants to be, and he's always like a few steps ahead. Like you will often see him like bait out an approach to the middle and then wave land to the side platform and then catch him going to the middle with a back air. Like he's very good at just having a feel for his opponent. I think that comes from being an old school player. I think when you're an old school player, you tend to be very good at like the mental aspect of the game and really playing against your opponent rather than your character.
I mean, there was like this funny, I don't want to call it was like a running gag in 2012, 2013. I mean, I wasn't playing at the time, but I've been told from like old school German and Austrian players that when they played with Ice, he used to be on like this mental, how should I say, journey where he said to himself that there is no such thing as mind games. And it's all just, you know, like playing clean, correct, solid fundamentals, and there should be no space for mind games. But then, talking to Ice in like 2017, 18, he's saying it's always about like your mental composure, how you like play your opponent. It's not about playing the game. So he has made full circle actually, but Raoul is one who has been catching up to that circle. I mean, one stock apiece, and unfortunately, though, that's going to be game one, but I'm going to say that's still a very impressive showing from Raoul, where, I mean, Ice in neutral, I think definitely looked way more dominant. But Raoul, the punishes, if we've said it before, if you manage to catch up with the punish game, then you should be good.
Yeah. The punish game is really one of the biggest aspects of this matchup. It's really what makes or breaks you, really. Because it doesn't matter how many times you get hit if you get a kill off of one grab. And when you watch the very top level foxes, that's what they usually do. They manage to really convert so strongly off of these single opportunities that they get. So let's see if Raoul can channel that.
So Dreamland is going to be the counter pick from Raoul. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he just wants to have more space to not feel as smothered by Ice, but who knows?
Yeah,
I mean, the one thing I like about Dreamland is actually on the side plats, if you up throw, there's actually, unless you hard read it, you actually don't have enough time to tech on the side plats. So it's very good, you know, for like starting up combos, which I think is actually going to help Raoul quite a bit. And see, we already saw him, like Ice missing the tech on the side plat, and then Raoul converts out of it. strong percent lead from raoul there. Slightly misses the back air, but then gets it again. That's going to be... Oh, does not up smash after the dash attack. And also, one thing I find interesting about Ice, as much as his edge guarding is good, I think Ice's recovery is even more so impressive. But unfortunately, there it slightly misses the short into ledge.
Raoul doing a really, really good job so far. He's not letting Ice get any strong hits so far. Alright.
For that back air, which is unfortunately going to do it for Raoul's first stock on this counter pick.
I see that Raoul is really trying to do some undershoot approaches to try and bait out Ice, but Ice is not biting so far.
Yeah, to be honest, he kind of invented those, so...
You mean Ice?
You gotta do it better than the original, yeah. I mean, Ice he's very heavy on those undershoots in neutral.
Yeah. It's definitely a big part of Fox's game. I think, yeah, Leffen has also been one of the foremost users of undershoots. Really manipulate his opponent into trying to punish.
Kind of play with like the expectation and the range of where you think you can punish, but then always pulling far enough back that you can still run away fast enough and never really have to commit. Oh, what an up angled forward held by Ice. And then drops through for a shield stab, but ooh. And I think he actually catches him on a jump there after the up throw. I'm not too sure. What a beautiful back air. And that should be the stock. Yes, he is very, very, very solid on those.
I like the wait from Ice there. To really, he knows that Raoul is gonna panic and roll around, so he just gets the grab. This is still very close, like this is still very doable.
Definitely, yeah, and Ice also, his games are something that are, I think, part of his edge guarding game. Very, very strong on the reversals.
Oh, I love that. I love that NT jump into grab there. Especially when you force your opponent to expect back airs there. It's really such a strong option. Okay, gets the shield drop punish, but doesn't get anything. This might be Ice's kill.
Oh god, yeah, and that
goodness.
is patented Ice.
Ice
He's
just
done those.
steals it.
And that's gotta sting if you're Raoul, because he poured his heart out into that game, but then Ice just yoinks it from him.
This was definitely his game to lose at this point. But back throw shine, it's the heartbreaker. It's the classic. I will always remember when Present did that to when Nicky did that to Present at Air 5. Oh, yeah. It was one of the most infamous back throw shines we've had in Europe.
Some people are still mad about it. It echoes in the anal Smash European history.
Yeah.
Again, streamline. So if I'm Raoul, I'm perfectly fine with this counter pick again. I mean, it worked very well up to the moment where I just kind of had to pull a magic trick out of his hat to win that game. Again, strong opening from Raoul. And here we see the side platform going into use Ice not being able to protect because there's such a small reaction window, and unfortunately, it always kind of drops the punish, and Ice being good at the match is going to seal up that spot. So good with the spacing. Again. Accurate shine. Good repeat that. The dash attack was very good, but the whole match to sneak around it, which is actually very hard to do. Dash attack being a lingering hitbox. He goes for a hard steal by the ledge. And God, I'm really just starting to pull away with this one. The hits from Raoul
Get the
are
back
really
throw
good.
shine. And the edge guard.
Very strong back air. I was gonna say the neutral is kind of like the dividing factor because Raoul is not getting those hits right now, but just as I wanted to say that, Raoul gets a very good opening. Ice, fortunately for him, manages to combo break that because Raoul has shown him that he can put on some hurt if he actually manages to take the punishment. Strong edge guard from Raoul there as well. And dash attack up smash once again, but oh, actually survives that one. Just another one for good measure.
Oh, he waited it out. He was so ready. Oh, he doesn't get the dash back.
Yeah, nobody's as good as catching rolls as Ice because he just exudes so much pressure just by standing on the stage.
He's just standing there menacingly.
Menacingly. Crouching with hand. And strong conversion. Important edge guard right there. He's gonna go high and oh god, I think this might be hurt. Oh wow, what a reversal by and shine tech from Ice. Yes, punish out of him. So crazy. Again, shield tech chains grab.
He does the double back air.
Goes low to set up the back air again. Another back air, and that's going to be it.
That's it.
Wow.
3-0.
Woo! I mean, honestly, close, but Ice still just being very, very confident in his edge guards. Manages to hold it up. So, good stuff to Ice. We'll be moving on to winners MIs, where he will be playing the winner of both the upsets in this top 16 winner size, Nintendork, also known as Dr. Esmond, versus Jamie. Whereas